Hey, this is Victor. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm kind of doing a spur of the moment one. This is something I wasn't planning on doing. I literally am just working throughout my day here today, and one of the things I have on my to-do list is to go through Google Search Console and kind of spruce up one of my articles, one of my blog posts to improve my SEO ranking. So like one of the things you can do is actually kind of go into Google Search Console, see kind of what you're already ranking for, and then use the information that they provide to then increase your search ranking. So I'm gonna have like a less formal, less prepared one today. It might be slightly less organized, but I'm just gonna kind of give you an over-the-shoulder view of what I might do to improve my own search ranking. And then we're gonna like pause the video and come back in a couple weeks and see how we did. So let's watch what I do. Okay, so here we are, and so this is kind of what I'm trying to do here. So I get all of my traffic from Google, right? That's like my only source of traffic. And what I'm trying to delve into here are specific SEO landing pages where I'm trying to target particular types of clients. So like right now, for example, if you type in construction web design, I'm pretty sure I'm the #1 result. Okay, so #2, but up there, right? And so, I work with a lot of construction companies. We work with all different kinds of small businesses, but I like construction companies because they're easy, because they actually like our design and don't tell us what to do. But that's another story. So in any case, so the different verticals I'm trying to target. I'm trying to target B2B web design. Like that's a keyword I'm trying to target. And so this is actually a new blog post that I recently did, and I see that it's getting some traction. And so I just want to find out, kind of how we're doing, what are we up to, and what can we do to improve the ranking for this particular post. So the first thing is there's a thing called Google Search Console. This is it here. And it's awesome. If you don't know about it, wow, it's like one of the best free tools available. And you basically have to hook it up within your Google Analytics. And maybe I'll do a separate video on like how that's done, but this is more with the assumption that you have Google Search Console and it's running on your site. So kind of be on the lookout for a video on how to set it up later. It's not that hard. You can obviously Google around for that as well too, but kind of know that. So here's what I do. So this is like you get to Google Search Console, and obviously I don't know everything there is to know about this particular tool because it's quite in depth. I only use it for like my purposes, which is to improve my search results, which is all I care about. So let me back up. This is the thing you start with. This is like your home screen. So I go to Performance and Open Report. That's the first thing I look at. The next thing I will do is I will go to Pages. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to find the particular page that I'm trying to rank for. Now this is all very recent, so I'm going to go like within the last 7 days what my traffic is. That's because I've done quite a few changes and it is relevant to that. So let me just go here and I'm going to go with that. And so what we're looking for is my B2B web design. All right, cool. So this is like pretty newly launched. So far, I've got 9 clicks with 1,589 impressions, right? So I'm going to click on that. And so the next thing you want to do is then you want to go back here to Queries and click on Queries. All right. And so this will then tell you, okay. So what I'm looking at here, just to explain what's going on here, is the good people of Google are nice enough to tell you that of all the clicks from Google that you got on this particular page, here are the number of clicks, here were the queries that you got, and here are the impressions that you got for that query. So it'll show you, hey, I got 256 impressions for B2B website design, but no one clicked on it, and I got 63 impressions for B2B web development and 1 person clicked on it, 54 for B2B website design and 1 person clicked on it, etc. And so like what you should know about Google is like what they want to do, what's in their best interest, which is they want to have a high impression to conversion rate. So basically if more people click on your article relative to other people when they just see it in the search results, that will actually improve your search results. So let's go through it. This is what I would typically do. So the first thing, I'll just type in B2B web development. Sometimes I'll do this in incognito. In fact, I'll do that here just to not cloud what's going on. Because if you don't use incognito, then you might be skewing it because it's like your property. Web development. Alrighty, so we're already on towards the top of page 1, fourth result in for that, which is solid work here. All right, so let's see what else. Then we have website development. Website development. Again, same position. And let's see what else we have here. Website developer. Okay. So what I'm really mostly interested in is the B2B website design and where I am here. So let's look at B2B website design. All right. It's always good when you see ads too. Like what kind of gave me pause with what we just saw before is like if there's no one advertising on it, it's not a great sign. The more, people are spending money on it, that's good. Let's see here. Okay, so we're at the bottom of page 1. That's not bad. And so here's the things that then you can do to start ranking. So right away, I can see that the title tag is just B2B web design Thomas Digital, right? And like that's not great. Like actually that's pretty terrible. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go back and I want to check my title tag here. And so this kind of goes back to what I was saying where, like when people see that, they might not want to click on that. Like that's not that exciting to see B2B web design Thomas Digital. What does that tell you? Nothing. This how to build a great B2B website, lessons from 12 of the best. Like that's better. It's not good that it's too long, but it's way better than mine, right? So I can already see, okay, crap, this isn't good. So let me look here, and what I think I'm gonna, okay. So this is better, right? Like the actual title that I have here, best practices of a B2B website design, better. I'm gonna start with that, right? My company name on the title here, not important at all. Best practices for of A is a little weird, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is a little bit too salesy too. So the reason I'm looking at it this like I didn't do this is because I didn't. I hired someone to write this article for me. One of the things I've been trying to do, like Neil Patel will write these really, really long, thorough articles, and I'll go into depth about like how I did this in another video. But basically, I hired someone on Upwork to write this article for me, and I did write the outline for this on the things I wanted to be covered. But in terms of the actual kind of headline and stuff, this was a recent one, and I didn't have a chance to like kind of smooth out and refine the title tags and all that stuff. So that's worth looking at. So best practices of a B2B website design. So let's just see here. Do you need a way that tracks converts? Yeah, so that's not good. So let me explain why that's not good. And basically what the purpose of, so you have to understand the purpose of every little thing, right? The only purpose of the headline is one of two things. I know it's got two things. So the main purpose of the headline is just to have people click on it. The only other purpose is for you to read the subheadline. And the subheadline, the only purpose is for you to click on it. It's all just one thing at a time. It's not to sell. We're not trying to do a free mock-up offer here. We're not trying to do anything like that. Like that's a mistake. The only purpose is you want people to click on it. And so kind of going back to this, let me share with you kind of how I think about this. So if I type in B2B website design, right? Here's where I came up with this. So if you have this, you see here where it says people also ask, and it says, what is B2B web design? Which is the B2B website? What is whatever? These are questions that people ask, and then Google likes it. And if you expand it, it'll show you more questions. And if you expand it again, it'll show you even more. And you can keep doing this. And so these are relevant terms for Google. So when I assigned this article, I literally just went through here, found these questions, and then just made them subheadlines for the article, right? And that's all it is. And so when people are coming here, you want to find like what are the most common questions that people are asking when getting a B2B website or whatever the keyword that you're looking for, and kind of go with that. It's also helpful to look at like advertising. Sometimes they'll have good stuff. This is actually not great stuff. 20 to fall in love with. Numbers are always useful. In this particular instance, I don't think it's a numbered list, but if I wanted to, I would probably update it with like a numbered list or something like that. Okay, so here's a better idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this forever, but I'm going to put the definitive guide to B2B website design best practices. Boom. And then another thing you want to do is like when you incorporate the text, like the meta description, which I'm about to do, you want to include all of these additional keywords in here so that they're covered. So we want to incorporate the word web development and website development and developer, agency, best, great, services. Yeah, so that's going to be tricky. So let's see if we can do it. Okay, so definitive guide to B2B website design best practices. All right, let's see here. I'm going to pause for just 1 minute and see if anything hits me. Okay, so I reserve the right to update this in the future, but this is the best I could come up with like under the last couple of minutes. So I changed it to say the definitive guide to B2B website design and development. The reason I did that is I'm trying to get website development and website design. And I also want to get web design and web development. So I then went discover the best practices of B2B web design and development. Everything you need to know for a great B2B website. So I had where was B2B, great B2B websites was another one. And then the word services and agencies were involved too. And so I put, what services and agencies are best. I'm going to throw in a question mark just for fun. Okay, so maybe not the best thing in the world, but better than what I had. So that's kind of part one. Another thing that you can do if you're, if you don't have like, if you already did like a good job on your your title tag and meta description, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that the keywords here, everything here is like in the site. So like, for example, I'm going to highlight B2B web development, and then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit Command F, and I'm going to see if the word B2B web development is on the page. So as you can see here, it actually does not have the term B2B web development in the actual content here, which it should. If you just add it and maybe even make it bold or something like that, it will definitely help. So I'm trying to find B2B web development. I'm just going to try and look for the most appropriate place. So here's this, hence your B2B website should be on point. And I'm literally just going to change it to B2B web development. Should be on point. Now, as stupid as that sounds, because that sounds kind of like, what? How does that make a difference? It actually does. Like, I've done that for other articles, and it really, really does. So I'm going to do the same thing with website development, right? So we're going to go in here, and all right. So again, I'm just going to go here, find B2B. You can achieve this through clean. Now looking at this, I mean, gosh, this to me looks super over optimized, and I would probably cut down on the word B2B too many times because it looks like, holy crap, this is a lot of B2B. But in any case, I might revisit that later. For anyway, I see your B2B website design. Website. Okay, so website development. We already have. Cool. So we already have B2B website development. So now we're looking for developer. So let's see if we have the word developer. So we don't. So let's see where we might sneak that word into. So when, instead of hiring, I'll just put hiring a B2B website developer. And so that's that. B2B web design. Do we have web design? Straight up web. Web design. I mean, it's so over optimized with that my inclination is actually to reduce it. So I'm probably not going to worry about that. I'm going to look for the word best. Yeah, all right, cool. So we got that. What I might do here, best B2B websites. Might just make that bold, just for fun. Great. Let's see if the word great is in here. So I don't want to throw in the word B2B. Great websites. It's probably why we rank for great B2B website. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna, it's already so over optimized. And then last time I'm gonna go for services. So let's see here. Yeah, it's got the word services enough, and I don't want to kind of play with that too much. So I think that's going to do it. In fact, what I might do is I might just go in here and reduce the optimization. I think it is kind of over optimized at this point. You can't argue with the fact that it is already on page 1 of Google, so that's nice. So we'll see. I'm going to make these changes. I'm going to come back in a week or so. So let's just kind of remember our ranking here. So we're kind of, for B2B website design, it is, where are we? Towards the bottom of page 1 of Google. So we'll see how we do, and we'll see if we're able to improve our ranking just based off of what we did here. Okay, so it's been about a week, and so let's see how we're doing with just the changes that we did. So, you know, full disclosure, I have not done anything since the last video. I've not purchased any links. At no point did I actually add any links to the site. So there's 0 links that I've built for this particular article, and nothing I've done in between the last time I shot this video. So if you look here, this is a tool called Ahrefs. They kind of analyze what traffic you're getting as well as the movement, and you can see here, based on what they're saying, this particular article has gone up for B2B web design by 5 positions, B2B website design by 4 positions, B2B website designs by 4 position, B2B web development looks to be the same, although from my end of it, what I'm seeing is something different. Best B2B website, okay, up 11 positions. Great B2B websites, up 13 positions. Etc. So not bad. I'm looking here at the search console as well. And then here's, I just did a quick incognito search. So we're in incognito mode, so this is legit stuff here. So B2B web development, it looks to be the number 2 result. B2B web design, and kind of notice here as you're looking through here, see there's no ads, then there's like 1 ad here. So probably more desirable. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 for B2B web design. And then if you notice B2B website design, there's 2 ads, right? So probably even more desirable. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not good there. We got to improve B2B website design. because like the most desirable term with 3 ads, I'm kind of at the bottom of page 1 still. Again, 2 ads, and we're number 2 position for B2B website development. And then one thing I noticed here looking, I don't think I did this in the last one. I'll have to double check to be sure. But B2B tech web design, I don't know if I threw in the word tech the last time, but I noticed in Google Search Console I'm ranking for that now. So there's no ads, so maybe it's not that great, but we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, position number 6 for B2B tech web design. In fact, I've got 2 different articles here for tech web design, so I'm kind of competing against myself on that one. But that's kind of the update here. I'll continue to monitor this, but it does definitely seem to work. And you know what's cool about this is like it's like a perpetual motion machine here, like a flywheel. Because then what I would do is I would just continue to do this. I would go, okay, web design B2B. I don't think I had that last time, so I would put that in there. I would put in that tech web design, B2B technology, and all this stuff, because it shows like I'm, and going back to this, what you really want to do is find the ones that have the highest impressions that you could realistically rank for. So, there's some yeah, you can see here, so it goes 67, whatever, and then all of a sudden, boom, 685 for just B2B web design. We are ranking for it, but we're not getting any clicks here apparently. So, when it comes to that, okay, what can we do? And the stuff that you can do for that includes the on-page stuff on the actual article, as well as like the informational stuff, like so B2B web design. Where was it? Yeah, I think it was this one. So we're here today. So this looks like to be new stuff, but yeah, like you could improve upon the headline here. I have no idea why it's saying San Francisco web design. It definitely shouldn't. If you can notice here, where is it? Yeah, so this is what it's supposed to say, the definitive guide to B2B website design and development. But sometimes Google does this. They'll just be like, yeah, no, we're going to put our own title on that same thing. And that's, tough luck. So interesting stuff. But you can, work on that. And, every couple of weeks or so, go back into your Google Search Console and see what other things you're ranking for. Other things you can do is like go back within here under, okay, I really want B2B web design, for example. Then find out, what are the other words here? B2B marketing. Maybe I need to throw that term into there. And then, also people also ask these kind of things. How can I throw these questions in there? And the more relevant you get, the more thorough you get, the more Google's going to like it and the better you're going to rank. So hopefully you found this useful. If you did, please feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you need help with your website project, please visit thomasdigital.com. All right, I'll see you in the next one.